shape comes from. These shoes just look absolutely sick and have amazing power, so these are going into the A tier. The hover shoes. The hover shoes are another pair that appear in the Metarex arc of Sonic X. These shoes are based off of Shadow's own iconic hover shoes and function exactly the same way. Sonic uses these shoes to hover above both ground and water, so they're decently useful. It'd normally be a bit weird to see Sonic wearing Shadow's shoes, but the changed color palette to match Sonic's usual shoes makes it work. The hover shoes are going into the B tier, the hover shoe variant. There's also a variant of the hover shoes that kind of resembles the rocket shoes we discussed earlier. Not only do these shoes have thrusters on the bottoms like Shadow's, but they have a giant thruster on the heels. They have slightly different abilities compared to the other hover shoes, and I'd say they resemble Sonic shoes more than Shadow's. They're their own thing, which is why I'm putting them as a separate item. The hover shoe variant, while different in design and slightly different in the nuance of its utility, are going into the B tier along with the original hover shoes. The power shoes. The power shoes are our final unique pair of shoes originating from Sonic X, again in the Metarex arc. This arc just has the best grip, what can I say? These shoes are able to protect the saw blades off of your knee in order to shred anything daring enough to get in its way. They allow Sonic to move without having to run and absolutely tear through anything they come in contact with. Despite their destructive abilities, they actually look pretty soft. Their utility is good and their design is truly unique, so I'm putting the power shoes into the B tier as well. The human Sonic shoes. Alright, so while this character design is kind of cursed, the shoes themselves are pretty neat. They're a bit overly designed, I'll admit, but so is everything else on this character. As you can see, this iteration of Sonic is decked out in all sorts of technology, and his shoes are no different. And they've got this antenna in the back that does God knows what. It's a pretty neat take on the shoes though, so I'll give them that. Black seems to be the primary color, while red takes more of a back seat in these type of shoes. For this particular design, I think it works, but if these shoes were on actual video game Sonic, I'm not sure if the results would be the same. Overall, I think the human Sonic shoes can go into the C tier. These next set of shoes are all sports related, so I'm going to go over them back to back because it just kind of makes sense that way. There's a lot of these, so I'll try to power through them. The classic soccer shoes. The classic soccer shoes are the first sports shoes on our list. The artwork that has these shoes is actually the reference source of this pose from Sonic Forces. The only difference is its shoes. They're very similar to the classic shoes design, but have more textured socks, a tongue that flaps down onto the shoe, and treads that have these circular grips. This one is going into the C tier. The modern soccer shoes. The modern soccer shoes have a similar circular shape on the treads. They have multiple white straps, which kind of just makes them look like a candy cane or something. Besides the treads of the shoes looking really cool, the rest of it doesn't look all that stylish. These ones are going into the D tier. The modern soccer shoe variant. There's actually one more variation of the soccer shoes that are pretty different but seem to at least take some inspiration from the previous pair. These shoes have laces instead of the candy cane straps and an interesting pattern of white lines. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of are the treads. Not the biggest fan of the maroon and yellow color palette, which is something we're going to be seeing a lot of in these sports shoes. The modern soccer shoe variant is going into the D tier. The baseball shoes. The baseball shoes are actually extremely similar to the modern soccer shoe variant that we just talked about. The differences are pretty small, but you can see that the pattern of lines is different as well as the added yellow line. What looks like the tongue of the shoe is also white and yellow rather than red and yellow. The biggest difference is the shape of the treads. However, they share the same weird color palette of maroon and yellow. These ones are also going into the D tier. The Speed Battle baseball shoes. There's one more pair of baseball shoes found in Sonic Speed Battle. They're more boot-like and have a black, white, and light blue color scheme. Not gonna lie, they look pretty good. They aren't overly designed and look pretty stylish. I'm actually gonna put these into the B tier. The football shoes. The football shoes are ones that I almost overlooked actually. They have Sonic's iconic white straps going across, but they also have a bunch of horizontal stripes going through them. Again, they have that maroon and yellow color palette, which I'm just not a fan of. Football shoes aren't half bad, but all these sports shoes have a very similar look, so I'm going to put them into the D tier with mostly the rest of them. The basketball shoes. You'll never pinball.
redefining refurbished, rebooting it, remixing it, remodeling it, and rethinking it. Introducing Certified Refurbished from eBay. Up to 50% off like new products, direct from the manufacturer. All the brands you want at a price you'll love. Complete with a 2-year warranty, a money-back guarantee, and hassle-free returns. Shop smart with Certified Refurbished from eBay.
These shoes, surprise, are a lot like all of the other ones we just showed off. The thing that doesn't sit so right with me is how they look so bootleg. Basketball shoes should be more sneaker-like. Also, these shoes have a Velcro strap and laces. Make up your mind already, jeez. Unfortunately, I gotta put these guys in the D tier. They ain't doing me ball. The mountain climbing shoes. The mountain climbing shoes are kind of a breath of fresh air after all of those samey sport shoes. While yes, they're basically the classic shoes, they have a few neat details that set them apart. The first one is the tongue of the shoe. It's weird because it comes out from inside of the sock and flaps over in front of it. How the heck does that even work? Anyway, Sonic also has the spiky cleats on the bottom to help plant himself onto the terrain. Because wanna know what happens if you don't have the spikes? You almost fucking die like Tails over here. The mountain climbing shoes are going into the B tier. The classic skiing shoes. The classic skiing shoes are one of the most unique pairs of shoes on this entire list. First of all, the color palette is very vibrant, with red, purple, and even hints of light blue. The shape is also very unique. They're very tall and come up almost past Sonic's knees. I'm a big fan of the look of these shoes, but unfortunately